Hey Tubbs, can I be in your video?
Yes, Lord, I know it's been a minute, man, but you feel me? I'm back in the city, so it's only right that I get up with the people that started with me. We're gonna start off real special, man. This is somebody that had faith in me, had just really gave me wise words of wisdom, even though I had legs of glass, you feel me? My knees gave out on me, but every chance I get at Ridgeview, this man spoke wise words, valuable information, and even trained with me before he even got started with everything while he was working on his craft. But I want to say thank you and appreciate from my boy Coach Sav, man. So Coach Sav of Savage Academy, Phenom Hoops, Rising Stars, all that good stuff, man. How it been, man? It's
Good
been
man,
a
how
little
you
minute.
doing, man?
Can't get plain, man. It's been good, man. It's been a minute, man. It took a minute to get up with each other, but the work is in. The work is in. It's always gonna work out.
Right,
How you
right.
been, man? You've been doing a lot. You've been working. You've been grinding left and right, moving, flying. I've been seeing you, dog. How you been, man?
I've been good, bro. Just grinding. You know what I'm saying? Putting a lot of time in and
Hmm.
to coaching and training and just trying to get better and be better. So doing a lot of that.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, bro, like to know your story and to see it unfold firsthand, bro, I'm happy and I'm proud of you to say it, man. Like I said, man, I can use this story. Like I told you before we even got on the camera, man. It's been a time where I was really trying to make the team, play basketball, just hoop, but I had to work out by myself a lot of times. And I was so raw of a player that I didn't really get an opportunity to play AAU, you feel me, get in-game experience. So every time I came to the gym, he seen me working out. He'll give me pointers, everything, whatever the case may be. But came up on my senior year, I was in the midst of thinking about transferring this, and that. I didn't end up doing it, but he always told me, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, man, you good, you raw, you just gotta work on these things. But if you think about transferring, you know what I'm saying? Like at Ridgeview, View County, you feel me? It's always been a guard heavy school and just a school that just been always good players coming through and just didn't get over the hump for a long time. But he always had wise words of wisdom for me, so I just wanted to give it back to him and just shine a light on your operation. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
I just wanted to give you your big ups before we even got started. But I already know you as Coach Sad, but give a little backstory of you and talk about your journey to up to the point of before you even got to coaching.
Man, I've been playing ball like my whole life.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I started playing when I was like 9. My dad taught me how to hoop. Um, we was outside at Joseph Kills Elementary
Yeah,
with the pine cones
for
doing
sure.
stuff out there on the outside court.
Oh, okay.
So I started doing that at 9, man, and I played rec ball.
Mhm.
Um, I was really good when I was younger. I could really
For
shoot
sure.
it. Had hella confidence. Um, I got cut in 7th grade at Kelly Mill. Got cut on the last day.
Mm,
That was tough. I was crying. It was crazy. I had to play rec ball,
for sure.
and I played rec, and that was embarrassing because it was the 6th graders and 5th graders that I was
Yeah,
playing rec. So I was a 7th grader, and so I did that in 7th grade, and I ended up playing. I finally played AAU going into the 8th grade. I
for sure.
played up with the Columbia
Mm,
Hoyas.
okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I played up with them, and we was super nice, but I never got in.
Mm,
But I got a chance to practice with really good players like
mm,
Larry Sumter, Mustafa Green.
mm,
Uh, Mustafa ended up playing D1 football.
for sure.
Um, Mike Trapp, like the team was stacked, and I was
Mm,
practicing with them dudes. And I ended up just getting a lot better. And I ended up breaking my thumb at the last practice. I
mm,
broke my thumb. Like went up for a layup, dude tried to block it, smacked my right thumb, broke it. It was turned.
damn.
And I was still grinding though. Like going into the school year,
Mm,
I was still grinding. I ended up making the 8th grade team.
mm.
Well, I made the team in 8th grade.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Word.
But the coach knew I was nice. I got cut on the last day of 7th grade, so he knew. So I made it as an 8th grader. It was up and down. I
Mm,
started, came off the bench, all that stuff, and then played in high school,
mm,
played at Ridgeview, B team, JV. Junior year didn't play.
mm,
Grades was bad.
for sure.
Um, was supposed to be on the team, but just not focused. Doing the wrong stuff.
For sure.
So my senior year, I ended up going to Dutch Fort. I
Mm,
transferred and went to Dutch Fort my senior year, and I graduated from there. Played with Eric Bethel, best friend. Um, you know, and after that, I had to, what was next. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Because back then, there wasn't a lot of people talking about college basketball.
for sure.
So I ended up going to Midlands Tech. over in the airport campus, and I was at the YMCA, and I used to still hoop at the Y in Lake Carolina. I was hooping,
Yeah, for sure.
and then I kind of Jordan Portee that he graduated. I can't remember what year he graduated in 13,
Okay.
and yeah, it was 13. And me and him was like tight because I was tight with his brother and stuff, and I played on his. We played rec together when I got cut in
Oh, for
seventh
sure.
grade. He was a fifth grader. We was tight, and basically, man, I ended up training him,
Oh,
and he was like I went. Then I started coaching with the South Carolina Kings that summer.
yeah.
With Russell Dean.
I did a little research. I seen that. I was like, all right, you
Yeah.
got your resume for real.
Yeah, I started doing that in 2012, and Joe was playing with them. So after that summer, we grinded so hard. Joe was like, "Bro, you got to come back my senior year at
Yeah.
Ridgeview," and I'm like, "I don't know, bro." Like, he was like, "Man, just talk to Combs, man, just talk to Combs." So
Shout out to Combs, man. He always show love too.
yeah, for sure. And I talked to Combs, met him in the office, and he was like, "Well, you can do B team. You could be a B team assistant." And varsity assistant, but you got to sit behind the bench. He was like, you got
Okay.
to sit behind the bench your first year for varsity. And I was like, all right, it's cool. But I was the B team assistant under Coach Heath.
Nice. Yeah.
And I learned a lot from Coach Heath. Like, shout out to Coach Heath.
Shout out to him, man. He always show love too.
Yeah. He coached me in rec league when I was 9. And he coached me on B team at Ridgeview.
Oh, that's fine.
So like, that's my
Yeah,
guy.
he was
Like,
with you.
yeah, I love him. But yeah, so that's how I started coaching, bro. I got on the SE Kings that summer. Then I did Ridgeview B team assistant. I can't remember who the first play who I was on that team with, like, but I remember I had like Kanan Griffin, Xavier Mason.
Man, yep.
I had them boys.
Yep.
Then I had like Snoop and them came the next year. Nazir Pryor, like all them boys was the
Yeah,
next
all the
year.
guys,
So
all the guys.
yeah. So that's how I started, bro. So Jordan Portee really played a big part because he pulled me into the Ridgeview.
Yeah.
And that's how I started, bro. So I've been coaching ever since 2012,
For sure.
2013, bro. So
And to say that's what started, that's crazy. Like, cause now at this
Yeah.
point it all came full circle.
right.
So you ended up you went to Ridgeview too, right?
Yeah, I went to Ridgeview,
Yeah, so-
9th through 11th, yep.
For sure. So from going through all of that, from playing to that brief period of what I'm going to do, like going to that point, because after senior year, like I said, I talked to you about how, like, it's not making sense. You said everything's going to slow down once you get older, once you stop, like, get out of school, because there's so much pressure on you, being that you're trying to make it, you're trying to be successful in hooping, but once you're out of school, maybe you even got onto a team, but the pressure of it kind of subsides a little bit because you're used to it now. It's like,
Right.
okay. So with that being said, talk about your experience coaching under Stoneman, and like you said, he took a chance on you. So
Right.
talk about that experience coaching under them, and then the knowledge you gained, because after a while, Ridgeview always been that team where it was second round, third round, but it
Right.
just couldn't get over the hump. So you've seen all of that up to the point where we finally won. So
Yeah.
talk about that experience.
Man, just when I was on the Combs, I was just learning how everything went. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I remember we lost Caden Rice and Kanan and Khalil Lewis. Khalil Lewis, Kanan, they were seniors,
Yep.
and that's who I came in with. I came in with them. That's who it was on B team.
Yep.
And I was still in college. I was at
Yeah, I
UNC
remember
Aiken,
that. Mhm.
and I traveled with them to that game. I drove from Aiken to Columbia, got on the bus at Ridgeview, rode with them to Spartanburg
That's love.
for the first round game. And I remember sitting on that bench, and we lost
Dog.
in double overtime.
Dog.
Caden had like 30.
He's that hoe.
And
he was shooting.
He was
Facts.
shooting, bro. And that's kind of when he emerged, like, okay, Caden Rice gonna be
Yeah.
D1. But I
For
remember I remember after the game, man, seeing them boys crying. Cause I was gone. I was at Ridgeview, and then I left to go to college to be like a college student.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I remember the boys crying. I remember Kanan was like, "Man, we wasn't working, bro. We wasn't doing what we was supposed to do. Like,
Word.
we was sitting on the bus. He was crying. He was just spilling it. And I was like, bro, I gotta come back. I gotta come back to Ridgeview. I gotta help them young boys out. So that's when I moved back to Columbia, did online classes, and that's when Combs resigned.
Yep.
And then Stoneman got the job, nobody really knew who he was because he was from out of state.
Boy.
So me and another coach, Capehart,
Yep.
we
Shout out
met.
to Capehart.
Capehart, real one. We met with Stoneman once he got the job, and it was from there. So Stoneman, bro, taught me a lot. Stoneman really taught me the importance of player development. Like, I knew what it was, but he really instilled player development, skill development, work like every day for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. He had the bigs, I had the guards every day. Like, it wasn't like we wasn't skipping that. That was 20 minutes every day. You know what I'm saying?
And I seen the difference coming from my year, seeing that same experience you was talking about. Everybody crying at the end of that playoff series. It was like, man, we didn't put in the work we were supposed to. We was like, yeah,
Right.
we got a new coach. He doing his thing. We winning, but we didn't take that extra step. We didn't do what we were supposed to do.
Right.
And he came in with the mindset like, yo, next game, it's another game. Like, if you ain't playing, you're not getting in.
Right.
So upperclassmen, lowerclassmen, whatever the case may be, if you hooping, you playing.
Right.
So with that mindset coming in, like, he wasn't playing, he was trying to win. So to see the player development you speak on,
Right.
he came in, transformed Malcolm. Waylon was working, like, he really, with them underclassmen, he was like, yo, y'all coming early. I'm getting y'all ready for that next year.
Right.
And then we made it, second, third round, failed.
Third round, yeah.
And next
lost the
year,
ring.
won.
Yep.
Win. Just get straight to winning. Like, that player development is real.
But it was crazy because I was thinking about Combs last year.
For sure.
I forgot about Stoneman first year.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, with Trey High and them boys,
Yes.
and Edie and them boys. Yeah, so Stoneman always say, he used to be like, man, if they just would have listened to me, we would have won a state championship. He always say that, like when we talked about it, because that we lost third round.
Word.
And that team was a new
And we was
team.
rolling. We was rolling.
Rolling, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were doing good. Like, I can't even remember who we played in the playoffs, but I just remember when we went
Waylon, Caden.
Waylon, Caden,
Mal,
Trey High, Mal.
Baby D was starting at that point, I think.
No, it was Josiah. He was playing. He was getting burned.
Josiah, yep.
And then he liked DeMarcus. DeMarcus was playing.
Yep.
Because it was only two sophomores. It was only Waylon and Malcolm.
There was the two new ones.
So just think about that. He only returned 2 players the next year, and the rest of that team was from JV.
They moved up. Yeah, they moved up.
That was the team I was coaching on JV.
Yep. And they was working.
They was
working.
They was working. And
They
that's when
was
Stoneman the real one, bro, because Stoneman allowed us to just work. He ain't never try to hold us
trying
back.
to step on no toes.
If it was a Sunday night and I'm like, Coach, I want to get in the gym.
I need to get in the gym, yeah.
I had keys, so it was, you know what I'm saying? He just let us get in the gym and let us grind. So, and when they played, he trusted them. He didn't hold them back because he knew how much work them boys was putting in. So if Juice or Cross, if they just pulled one, he wasn't like,
I ain't tripping.
That's a bad shot. Like, he kind of was just like,
he gave real freedom then.
Yeah, real freedom. Like, more freedom than the average coach. For sure. So I learned a lot from Stoneman just on that aspect and trusting and defense. He taught defense real well. Like, I seen, like, I was under Coach Norris at Keenan, so he taught defense great too. But Stoneman really, like, 3-on-3 defense. I used to be like, this is stupid. Like, why are we doing 3-on-3? Like, why are we doing 3-on-3? Why are we not doing shell? But it made sense. Like, pick and roll, you know, pass the screen away, jump into the ball.
Okay, yeah.
Like, just doing stuff like that. And he was doing it every day. So then when the game started, it was the kids was picking it up, and Malcolm had 10 blocks because of how our defense was.
He got so much better. To see from the start, working on just jump hooks, just laying the ball. Bro, to see how good he got and his instincts, like, crazy like that on defense. Bro, that was crazy. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
They turned him into a beast.
Yeah, his timing. And then the skill development that Stoneman did with him. Stoneman spent a lot. And, I mean, we had other coaches, too, that chipped in. Like, Fred was there, Crawford.
Fred was always, Fred was always around.
Yeah, Fred loved the big. So, you know, like, other coaches was putting in work, too. But Stoneman really had the drill. Like, when college coaches was coming in, he had that certain drill that he used to do with Malcolm. I don't know if you remember, but when he would put the basketballs all along the block, the elbow, and he would have Malcolm drop step and dunk
dunk,
Bro, he was doing it from the free throw line, bro.
Bro,
and
he was tough.
He wasn't even good yet, and he was doing that. So, like, after time, College coaches they loved that drill.
Just
Like,
waiting for him.
They would wait for that drill.
Shout out to Stoneman, man. Like, to see, just he really only needed a year to really get everybody. And to hear that, I ain't never heard that story. To hear him say, like, man, if y'all just would have listened. And for real, honestly, we had the potential because everybody I talked to, like, bruh, we could have won that year.
Yeah.
We definitely was supposed to win that year.
Bro, we beat LR in that scrimmage, I believe,
Yeah.
at LR. And LR ended up winning the whole thing. They beat Ren. So we knew we was better than LR.
word.
Even though LR was good now, we knew we was better than them.
Yeah, for sure.
And, for them to beat Ren and win it, and they only had, they had some good role players, but they really only had, 2 studs.
2 buckets.
They had
Yep.
Jacor and Clyde, I
Yep.
believe. And, we had a little bit more than that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
that's one that always sting a little bit.
It's just a matter of just, bro, and I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be real. Like, them boys liked each other. Like, for real. Them the next year up, them boys all liked each other. The camaraderie, they was always together. All of them, they might have been clicked up to an extent, but all of them were together.
Yeah.
So them boys, your turn. Do you?
That was friends. That was friends.
Do you? You feel me? So, with all that being said, talking about that, like, you was there for the first 3, the whole thing, or just 2 of them?
I was there for the first 2.
Okay, so talk about that time, like, to see it happen. I didn't end up going to the games, like, when that was going on, but to see it happen from Florida, like, bro, we just won the championship. Yeah. Bro, we just ran the table, went back.
Yeah.
Won again. Move up.
Yeah.
Still, bro, how does that feel to be like, yo, I was a part of it from, like, ground level, like, before even playing to seeing it all the way through?
Yeah, it's a great feeling, bro. Because, just knowing the history behind Ridgeview.
Bro.
Because in 2011, they went to the state championship
Bro.
and lost in the state to Irmo, because Irmo was, just crazy good back then. But, just to see it, bro, and that work that we put in, and, a lot of people always be talking about Ridgeview got, transfers and kids that ain't supposed to go to. That year we won, that first year, bro, we ain't had no transfers.
That was homegrown.
Bro. That was all them kids either went to Summit or Kelly Mill. They was zoned to go to Ridgeview. It wasn't, no crazy transfer. We won that jump with 7 people. Only 7 people played in the playoffs.
And that's the crazy thing. It's always been a history of people just Ridgeview ain't supposed to be that. They ain't good. They all right, but it's never it's always just been hate. For real, Ridgeview ain't that.
Yeah, so, I think it's just because of the success though.
For real.
With it. But it was a great feeling though, bro. Just every time I go in the gym now, cause I'm back coaching at Ridgeview now.
Yeah.
So every time I go in there, I look at the banner, I look at the 2018 banner, and I just be we was the first boys basketball team in District 2 to win the state championship. Because I think Spring Valley Girls had won.
Yep.
But we was the only boys.
Real history.
Real history, real history. Then we ran it back the next year. Then the second year, we knew we was winning.
Yep.
And then when we played Wilson again, it was a rematch. And Wilson wasn't as good the second year as they was that first year. That first year they were fired. Bro, that first year we playing, they were fired.
It was tough.
Bro, people didn't think we was going to win. I remember dudes.
That was a close one, the first one, right?
Yeah. Yep. Dudes in the barbershop was y'all, nah, Wilson gonna win. Because Wilson was really like that, though. It was really like that. But,
they had Caldwell that year, ain't it?
They had Caldwell. They had a big white kid that was tough. They had another big that was dunking it. They had other guards. They had this left-hand guard from Hartsville.
I'm already knowing.
They was tough, bro. And they let a bunch of juniors that never played. Only 2 varsity returners and a bunch of JV kids came in there and just wrecked it, bro.
Smacked them up.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, it's a great feeling, bro, just being a part of that. And I still talk to them dudes. Not every single player.
Yeah.
But a lot of the gist of them guys I still talk to. And,
for sure.
A lot of them still playing. They playing college basketball. So that's what it's about, bro. A lot of people be hating, but bro, a lot of them dudes played college basketball after
they worked hard, bro. They worked hard for it.
Yeah, bro. A lot of them guys still hooping at the next level. They in their senior year right now, but that's what it's about. Winning and seeing them play at the next level.
For sure. So you instilled a lot of knowledge and a lot of just real life confidence into people because you, like I said, you did it from the grass level. Bro, I played. I'm here with y'all. I'm walking the hallways. I'm with y'all, subbing. I'm around y'all at the end of the day. I put in work. I know what it takes to put in to be that guy to have this confidence. Bro, you cannot beat me. Right. I'm trying to instill that to y'all. So doing that, just it's a wonderful feeling to see, bro. it's a wonderful feeling to see. Cause honestly, I'm cool with just use one, but just see like you just doing your thing, bro. Like it's honestly a great thing.
Right.
So talk about that time period where you ended up leaving, going to South Florence for the head coaching job.
Wow. So that was crazy because it was random. Like
sure.
we had just won the second one, right? And I was at Zaxby's because we had Upward Stars practice. It was like the first upward practice. That's the AU team I coached with.
Yep.
So we was eating lunch at Zaxby's or whatever, and then one of the superintendents in Florence called me and was like, "We want you at South Florence."
Straight
like,
like that.
Yeah, like we interviewed like 8 people, but you're the one we want. So I'm like, "Whoa, y'all done interview 8 people?" He like, "This is your job to turn down." So I remember like talking to the OGs at the table. And I was like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I was
That's
20,
crazy.
I was like 25, 26.
That's
so,
crazy. This is your job to turn down. That's crazy.
Bro, I told them, they was like, "Oh, you should take it. You should take it." And I'm like, "What? Like, no. Like, why would I take that?" Like, they like, "You got to strike while the iron hot. You got to strike while the iron hot." So, my name had a little buzz.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just, I was nervous, but I took it. And I went out there and interviewed, and it was crazy because like it was 2 kids there, Justice Jackson, Brian Sparks, that like the Hartsville coach had called me because we was tight. He was like, "Yo, you got 2 dogs over there. They seniors, but they dogs." Like he was like, "They're good. Like you can probably do something with them." So, man, like I just took it with a leap of faith, bro, and I just took it, bro. It was an opportunity. I was the youngest head coach at the time in the state. It was another guy that got a job that year too, but I was like the youngest one. I was 25, 26 years old, bro, and it was so different than Columbia, because I ain't never, I've been to Florence, but I ain't never lived in Florence. So just moving to Florence, living in Florence, bringing my Columbia style to that area, it was just different, bro. But it was a good experience though, like. And it didn't really, honestly, it didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Like, there's some things that happened, like when COVID hit, it was a change of administration at the school. And yeah, like, and I really, honestly, I just wasn't the guy that they wanted, the new admin.
Okay.
Because the admin that hired me, they wanted me, but they, like, all left when COVID hit. The jump was crazy, bro. Like, they all dipped out, like, the principal, the superintendent, the assistant principal, like, they all left. So I'm like, whoa. So like, I come back to the school, it's new faces, new people, and I ain't gonna speak too much on it. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was different, bro. So it didn't work out in my favor, but it was a L, but it molded me because I went from being like up, the man, winning rings, to you're not a varsity coach no more. I was a varsity coach for only 2 years, and I had went through a lot, like mentally.
For sure.
Just trying to figure out, like, why this happened to me? Like, why me? You know what I mean? And I took steps back. Like, I went from a JV coach, varsity assistant, to a varsity head, to running my program, like, doing what I wanted to do at the middle school, doing what I wanted to do, to now I'm back in Columbia. I'm back a JV coach. I'm back a varsity assistant. So it was a lot, bro. It was a lot I had to deal with. So taking that job, sometimes I look back and I be like, what would happen if I never took it? I have 5 rings right now. But that jump molded me though. It molded me, and it helped me mature as a young man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take some L's in your life. Everything ain't a W, and that's what I had to realize. So yeah, bro. That was a huge stepping stone in my life. Just that whole experience, bro. That whole 2 years in Florence, like, and it's relationships that I still got with them kids in Florence, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, I still talk to them boys, and it was some young boys that I had in middle school. They was in 8th grade. That's now they juniors and seniors, and
that's fine.
Yeah, I ended up having 2 kids that passed away. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Najan Galbraith, Quay Dickens. Like, I coached them boys. Them boys ended up passing away.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I really knew them. Like, we was like that.
Yeah.
Like that. And, like, so it just helped me, like, mature as a
sure.
man and understand stuff, bro. So
yeah, bro. And it sucks to hear, but honestly, it seems like you're in a good mind frame. It puts you in that frame like you can't be too high off the wins because just like you said, you would have been up 5 and you probably that dog you had, and you probably been like, I'm
Yeah.
kind of straight. You know what I'm saying?
Straight,
Like
yeah. I'd have relaxed. Yeah.
you
with
would
that.
you would have eased up, but now you said it didn't go how you wanted it to. It didn't look how you wanted it to. But at the end of the day, you know now I'm set for bigger. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced bigger. I know to look for, what I'm supposed to do to be successful in my own stuff. So you had the opportunity to lead your own. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You wasn't the not worker. You know what I'm saying? But you were the head dog at the end of the day. So you had the opportunity to say, this is what it is, and it didn't fail because of you. You know what I'm saying? It was a matter of just the system change. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can't. It's not necessarily an L.
Right.
It was from a life standpoint, but at the end of the day, like, you put the time in, so it's not like you ain't had the name, the resume at the end of the day. This was more so a faith trip.
Right.
Yeah, for this next part, we're going to talk about your business, man. We're going to talk about Savage Academy, how that got started and all that good stuff, man.
Right.
You talked about how you really started off training like years prior, so it came full circle for you. So talk about how you really wanted to get into training like full time and put your stamp on it like that.
Bro, like, it's crazy because I really didn't want to get into it. Like, I wish Joe was low key here because me and Joe was just talking about it. Joe Porty, we were just talking about it yesterday. Because I really ain't want to do it, like the training and the coaching. Like, I was just doing it just off the strength of just being a hooper.
Yeah.
Like, just trying to help him. I ain't really want to do it like that.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
I remember training people and not charging nothing. Like, just training people for free. Like I still got a video on my phone from when I was training all y'all at Ridgeview one day. And I had one line. It was like 12 of y'all.
Yeah, yep.
And it was one line. I still got the video. Like, I'll show you after. But
For sure, I got to see that
yeah,
shit.
it's crazy. But like, I ain't want to really do it. You know what I'm saying? The Savage Academy joint really came from my dog Adam, DJ I Am.
Oh yeah, word.
Yeah. So like,
He going crazy too right now.
yeah, he going
for sure.
I can't even catch him. But,
Word, he going crazy too around the city. I love that shit.
yeah, bro. But it started with him, bro. So what happened was, COVID hit.
Yep.
And I was at South Florence.
Yep.
I was in Florence because after my first year in Florence, COVID hit in March. So it really wasn't even my first
right
year.
before
It was
spring break.
Yeah, it was like March. COVID hit. I moved back to Columbia. Like, my apartment in Florence, I just left it there. I came to Columbia because my family. I'm like, shoot, if I ain't gonna be working, I'm not about to be living in Florence because Florence is terrible. So
that's how I did it. I came back to Florida during COVID.
yeah, because it wasn't nothing to do for me in Florence if I'm not at work.
Yep.
So I moved back then with my peeps during the time, and so I was training at the old Sunnies. It's called Recreation now, but I still call it the old Sunnies.
Yeah, for sure. You got to.
So yeah. So we was at the old Sunnies training. So I mean, like, I was training the kids that played for Upward.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it was a lot of Upward kids like that was playing AAU that summer still. So like Josh Beadle, Boo McCray.
Before you get deep into that though, how did Upwards come about? Or that came around the same time as the training?
I started doing Upward in 20. So I started doing Upward Stars in 2017.
Okay.
That was my first year because that's when I had Cross and them on JV, and we was super nice. We was like 12-2, and I asked them boys on the bus on the way home. I said, if I do an AAU team, would y'all play for me?
For sure.
They was all like, yeah, we'll play for you. So
Oh, that's lit. For sure.
yeah, so I tapped in with the director for Upward. Tapped in with him. He put me on, and I had Upward Stars Columbia.
I seen that. I was reading the article on the way here. I was like, dog.
Yeah, it was Columbia. So they had the little Adidas joint, but I had the Columbia team. So I had one team at the time that was Cross, Brennan Bynum, Joseph McKinney, Devin Dean. I had boys like that. And then that next year, like, we like revamped, and we had a whole new team. I had some other boys, and then all 10 of them went to school for basketball.
That's cold.
Daniel Finney was gonna go to school too, but he got hurt.
That's cold.
Daniel Finney got hurt, but he was gonna go to Francis Marion or Southern Wesleyan to play. So the whole team went to school. So basically, the director for Upward was like, "Shoot, we're gonna bump you up." So he brought me with the Adidas team.
Oh, that's cold.
So like, that was 2019.
Yep.
So 2019, I started working with Upward Adidas team, and I've been with them since. So I've really been with them since 17. So yeah, I rock with Upward a long way.
Yeah, bro.
That's the best. I'm gonna say it now. It's the best program in the state. A lot of people have good teams, like
Yeah.
good AAU teams, like. But when you talking about a program,
Mm.
like all the way through,
Yep.
putting kids to school. You have an Adidas team putting kids to school. You have the Columbia team putting kids to school. You got the upstate teams putting kids
Yeah.
to school. You got the PD team putting kids to school. You have multiple branch off programs putting kids in school with the Adidas team, and people be trying to hate so bad, and it's like, bro,
Bro.
y'all got to chill.
That junk is big, bro. Because when I was reading, I was like, yeah, you did your time. It was going down your resume. I was reading a Phenom Hoop Report
Okay. Oh yeah,
article.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
I was reading now. It was going through your resume, and it was like, yeah, man, we bumped him up the director of Upward Stars of Columbia so we can spread our reach in South Carolina. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
you don't realize you probably do,
Yeah.
but I'll be the first one to tell you how big of a thing that is, because, bro,
Appreciate that.
from Ja and Zion blowing up out of here, and now it's getting a little bit more odds for you to have basically your hands on the people in this area to be like, not necessarily make a break, but to help them pushing forward.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is what you need to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that is a blessing and an amazing thing to see, bro, because
Facts.
it's like
I appreciate
Columbia, Upward Stars Columbia, Christian Savage.
Yeah,
That's you.
For that's me. Like,
That's you.
for real. And then I shout out to Curtis Wheeler because he gave me the opportunity. I'll never forget. I called him. I was nervous, and he was like, "How you gonna practice? How you gonna travel?" And he put me on, and that's the GOAT. I love Kurt Wheeler, bro. I can't. It's a couple people that really helped me.
Yeah.
But like Curtis Wheeler, like,
Shout out to you, man.
yeah, bro. Like, that's a good dude, bro. Like, to this day, he helped me out so much. So he
Yeah.
really put it in me, like, boom, this is you. You got Upward Columbia. So now I'm the director,
He gave you the keys.
and now we, like, this past summer we had 8th grade, 9th grade, 2 10th grade teams, and an 11th grade team. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
fire.
So think about all them kids that just play for Upward Columbia.
Just,
You know what I
just
mean?
here.
We had like 10, 11 kids on each team.
Word.
So it's like, it's a blessing, bro, because I'm helping other kids. My brothers play for them, so I'm
Shout out.
helping
Hey,
them
I
too.
see them putting in their time
Yeah,
too.
man.
Facts.
Yeah, it's just, it's a great thing we got going on right now. For sure.
Yeah, bro. And honestly, like I said, I just got to keep reiterating it, man. You started from playing to coaching to not assistant, like, nah, we don't want you here, to, hey, come on, we want you here, to, we don't, you know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
went through the step-by-step process to really talk to the people you need to talk to gain the knowledge that would really create a successful program. So now that you have your own program, you have really the reins to do what you do. How does it feel to actually see, you said you have a few kids, well, a lot of kids go actually play and be successful in college. You actually had the opportunity to send a few to the league too. So how does that feel to know that it's really showing fruition of the work you put in? Like, man, like, I'm actually making a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's crazy because with Julian, like, I only got one right now
One,
that made
yep,
it, but like
okay.
Dylan Jones gonna get drafted too, so he another one.
I've been watching, I've seen a few of your clips, yeah.
Dylan Jones gonna get drafted for sure. But with Julian, it's crazy because this kid been the best player in the state in his class and even overall once he got like that junior year
Yeah.
for 4 years in high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
He only trained with me from 9th grade all the way up. So like he don't really work with other people like that, and there's nothing
that's
wrong
fine.
with that.
That's fine.
It's not wrong with that because
I got my guy.
it's kids that train with me that train with others, and that's fine. Like you should do that. My brothers train with other people sometimes, but
Yeah, for sure.
Julian was like, I'm sticking with you. I like how you do. I like how you train me, and to see like. Because he couldn't shoot like that when he was a freshman. He could make free throws, but he really wasn't
So
shooting.
he had
threes.
it in him.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like, people that know me, like, when I was a hooper, I was a shooter. Like, I don't got no film. I didn't play college basketball. But if you really know Sav, you know, like, I was a shooter. Like, I can
for
really
sure.
shoot. I can still shoot it. So, to really develop him into a shooter to where he is now, for him to get drafted and to see it and to know that just that little old work we was putting in at Ridgeview, at Old Sonny's, at Lexington Leisure Center. We used to be
Yeah.
at Lexington Leisure Center, like, way out there, bro.
Tucked. I'm about to say
Working,
tucked.
bro. Like, man, it's crazy, bro. It's a great feeling, but I'm just humbled. I'm blessed
For sure.
because he didn't have to say I'm gonna just work with Sav. He could have worked with other
Could have
people.
chose anybody for real.
Yeah, man. So he stayed loyal and he trusted me and Kurt, another person that we had a plan. Kurt would call me and say, "All right, Sav, he need to speed it up. He need to shoot faster. He need to do this. He need to do that." So Kurt used to call me and critique me on what I needed to do with him,
Oh, okay.
which was crazy. And then he would say, "All right, so today y'all need to do X, Y, Z." So Kurt was another person. Like it was just and it worked. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do a lot of, like, I was posting on social media, but we didn't do a lot of chit chatting. We didn't do a lot of talking. We wasn't trying to compare him to other players. We were just putting in work, trusting the process. And then when he played in July, before that AAU summer, he blew up. He was shooting threes and he was doing the other stuff he already do well, but he was hitting at least 2 to 3 threes a game, which boosted his stock. You know what I'm saying? And he was showing me love in every article. Like,
Bro, and it's crazy, like, just watching it from far, like, I knew of him, too, but like you said, off camera, like, it was crazy to see, like, the second he transferred and his name go up like that.
Yeah.
And just for you saying, like, basically, like, it lined up kind of good, too. Like, OT came out, he was putting in the work, he was doing his thing, and then his ranges, boom, shot through the roof when he was putting up them numbers at Link.
Yeah.
And Link was new at the time, ain't it?
Yeah. I think that was Link's second year, maybe.
You know what I'm
first
saying?
year. Yeah. But he took that with a leap of faith. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Because that could have went sideways,
Facts.
but they had some good players though. They had like Jordan Walsh and Trey Green. They had other dudes. Jordan Walsh got drafted.
He did go there. He did. That's crazy.
Yeah. He played with him and Jordan Walsh was at the 2-3.
Oh,
Jordan was on one wing, he was on the other.
that's crazy.
And they played with this dude named Omaha Balu. He was like a top junior in the country. He going D1 somewhere high major. So they had another big high major.
Facts.
Yeah, so it was a good opportunity for him to get on that high major platform to really get to play his natural position.
Yeah.
Because at B-Wood, he was kind of playing out of position. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
he got a chance to really play his natural position and show that he could shoot, which boosted his stock even more. So,
Nice.
you know what I'm saying? Every time he come home, we put in work. He home now. And
Nice.
we worked out for 3 days. We was supposed to work out today, but something happened. But,
For sure.
yeah, bro, every time he come home, we get in the lab, we work, and he the same person every time. He don't.
And that's real in itself, because once some people get the big head, like, bro, I'm here now, so I mean,
Yeah.
you cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Yeah.
it's them people that decide to stay down with the people that came with him. Like, bro, like, yeah, he the reason. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
just that alone is big. Like, bro,
Right.
you don't got to do that.
Right.
You don't have to do that.
Right. Exactly.
So you got a good experience, man. You didn't just watch him get drafted on TV. You got a chance to be there, experience the whole atmosphere and everything. Talk about that a little bit.
Man, just, at first, it was crazy because at first, like, I didn't know if I wanted to go because of the money. Like, it was a lot of money that was getting spent, and you know what? Oh, it kind of went out. Oh, it's back.
Okay, cool.
It's back.
Yeah, cool. Sometimes be tripping.
Okay, word. But, yeah, so I ain't really want to go at first for real because of the bread. And it's not that I ain't have it, but I was just like, man, I don't know, man, because,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He ain't going to be lottery. So I was like, I could just watch on TV. And then it was somebody that I was talking to at the time. They was like, man, you should go.
Yeah,
This is a great experience. Like, you need to be there.
It's your first one, man.
First one, you know what I'm saying?
First
So,
one.
like, people was talking me into it. Like, you need to go. So, went, bought the plane ticket or whatever, spent the money on the room or whatever,
Nice.
went out there. So, the first night we got out there, we went out to dinner or whatever. He wasn't with us though, but we went out to dinner with some other people that was there.
Yeah.
And we went to a little bar, a little hookah spot, whatever. It was turned. Just being around other pros, being around other people, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Different women, it was just it was just different. You know what I'm saying? It was different. So being able to experience that, because I ain't went to New York since I was a junior in high school. So,
Yep.
I went. That was just, you know what I'm saying, just being there, experience that, seeing like Evan Turner, other pros, just being close to them. Like, I got a chance to meet Darren Collison. right at the bar. Like, I was standing at the bar.
Damn, that's crazy.
Bro, I was standing at the bar, and I'm looking. I'm like, that's Darren Collison. And, like, Adam was there. Adam was like, yeah, that's Darren Collison. I tapped bro on the shoulder like, yo, you Darren Collison? He was like, yeah,
be
yeah.
like that, bro. I
Yeah,
ain't
so
gonna
I
lie,
dapped bro. I'm like, bro, I'm a big fan because he trained now. He trained out in Cali. So I dapped him up. I'm like, yo, I'm a big fan and stuff. I watch your videos. He like, man, I appreciate that, man. Like, for real, man.
Sure.
You know, he showed love. Like, he was real down to earth, had on a regular fit.
Yeah.
So just that. Then the next day, toured New York, toured all of New York or whatever. Then we got a chance to go to the draft. And just being there, like, seeing, like, how they do the draft. Like, I watched Victor Wembanyama get drafted. Like, I watched that. I watched
That is right.
Yeah, like, I watched that. I watched the Thompson twins. I watched everything. Like, I sat up there and I'm watching. I'm peeping it. Like, I'm seeing them get drafted and I'm seeing them go do their interview right after. I'm seeing it on the big board on them. Because the draft was on NBA TV. It wasn't even on ESPN. I think, like, or they aired it on NBA TV and they aired it on ESPN, but really it was on NBA TV.
Okay.
So getting a chance to see, because I didn't know that. I would have thought ESPN was doing the shit.
Yeah, I'm about to say for Wemby. Yeah,
It was on NBA TV. Like, that was the main draft channel. So just, you know, seeing that
bro.
and seeing the green room. So, like,
Oh yeah.
I always thought the green room was something else, right? Bro, the green room is just the court. So we was at the Barclays Center, right? So we in the stands. The green room just the court.
Oh.
So it's just
I'm saying everything. It's a whole room. We all sitting in. We talking.
it's the court, and it got chairs, tables. You sitting with your
that's hard.
family.
That's hard.
So, like, basically everybody staring at you while you on the court. Because Julian wasn't in the green room. So Julian was, like, in the stands close to the green room, but he wasn't in it. So, like, just seeing them dudes, like, get drafted in the green room, they standing up, everybody clapping. You know, they family, they hugging, they kissing, like,
crazy.
So yeah, and then seeing his name get called too, bro. Like, cause we moved, we was in the nosebleeds.
Okay.
We was way up top, but like after the first round, he was a second round pick. After the first round, everybody dipped. So me and his best friend Samad, we was like, bro, we about to go down there. Like, let's go. So everybody ain't want to go. So me and Samad like bumped that, we going. And C-Wright, coach, shout out to C-Wright. C-Wright went too, and
Got to. I gotta get close, bro.
yeah, bro. We moved. We went downstairs. We went to his section, and the security guard, she ain't let us in the first one, and we walked out and went to another one, and they ain't say nothing. So we came right in, and we sat right. Like, if you look at the video that I posted, Julian was like, "Where we at right now?" Julian was like right there with the last chair at over there. He was right there. So we could have walked down there, but we ain't want to do too much.
Just to test it, yeah.
You feel me? So seeing him, like, before they call his name, bro, seeing the camera people come up to him, like, his manager whispered in his ear, like,
yeah, you're gonna get drafted.
You're about to get drafted. So we're looking like, oh, shit, they about to get drafted. Like,
that's hard.
So, like, yeah, bro. So just seeing that and then seeing them pull the cameras to him. So now the camera is on him.
That's hard.
And he's sitting there like, so now he's They don't just tell you when you get drafted. You know about 2 minutes.
Like right before it happened.
Yeah, you know 2 minutes before you go, so you can kind of calm down. So he was like, you could tell he had his head now, rubbing his hands, and we sitting there looking at him, bro. And it was a great experience seeing him get up, walk on the stage, put the hat on. Then he got drafted to Boston, but the trade rights went to Chicago.
Yeah.
So
he went through the whole experience.
Bro, he was in the Porzingis trade. So, like, that day,
damn,
bro, that day, Porzingis got traded from Washington to Boston. Earlier that day, who would have thought that he would have been in that trade? So, like, Boston's pick went to Chicago, and Chicago only had one pick. They didn't have two.
So
he the only player they picked.
I seen that too. That's crazy.
Man, listen, bro, it was a great experience. And that night, we was in the club, had a great time in the club that night, seeing Brandon Miller, Jet Howard, Jawan Howard, his dad.
My boy, hey, you better turn up for the Magic, my boy.
Hey, man, seeing Jet, all them boys, like, them boys was, like, just being in that atmosphere, being in that, it was just like, bro, I'm right there. Like,
right there, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I got other kids that I've trained that I don't know who gonna be a pro, but, like, they got pro potential. Because when Julian was a junior, people wasn't like, oh, he gonna be a pro.
So before you go into that, pro potential as a trainer, what do you look for when you see, like, yo, he might got it? Yeah, of course, the heights and the length, the measurements and
Yeah.
stuff. But what do you look for when you see somebody like, bro? You might got it. You might want to, you feel me, lock in.
So that's what it. So like Dylan Jones taught me this. The NBA is a wings league, like wings.
Yeah.
So like he was like one night Dylan was like, look at the draft last year. Look at who all got drafted. It was all wings. The first point guard didn't go till late in the first round, something. So the length and athleticism do kind of play a part.
Yep.
So if you got the length, the athleticism with the versatility, you kind
You
of
can
got pro
fit anywhere,
potential.
yeah.
So now you just gotta have you gotta be headstrong. You gotta have
Mental
great work
part,
ethic.
yeah.
You gotta be a good person. You gotta.
So that's really a big part of it.
Oh yeah, cause you could
mindset.
you can have the length and how many people you done seen with length and athleticism, but they not NBA players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause they doing other stuff off the court. They focused on something else, or they don't work hard. They don't wanna be great. They don't wanna be coached.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you gotta want to get coached, bro. Like Julian was critiqued all in his high school career that he couldn't shoot. So now if I tell you as a junior, like it's a kid I got right now, I'm not gonna say his name, but I be on him hard about his left hand. Like you don't go left, you don't have a left.
You used to get on me too, no cap.
Yeah. But I'm big on the offhand because I'm a player and my left hand was really good. So like I'm on you about that. Like if you can't take two dribbles, if you can't come up the court, push with the left, in and out with the left, if you're right-handed and dunk with the left, you hindered.
Yeah.
You got to be able to do that. So like, but he takes the coaching. Sometimes he probably be like, Coach Sass, stay on me about my left hand, but it's because if you want to be a pro, you have to have that.
Yeah.
You got the length, the athleticism, but you got to have the left. You got to have the handle. You got to be a dog. So it's just a lot of little stuff, bro, that go into it, that pro potential. But a lot of kids nowadays got the potential. They just don't got the head. Their mindset don't be right. So
Yeah, man. Yeah. That is a big thing, man. And I don't know, man. I've always felt like I kind of figured the mindset part of it was a huge like make or break with it, because I've always been one of them people that people just always found a way to talk shit. So I was just like, you know what? If we're gonna be talking, hey, I'm gonna prove it. So at the end of the day, but I was one of those people that at the end of the day, like, I always got hurt right before tryouts or right during tryouts. So it was like a discouraging thing. But like I said, I had people like you, even Stoneman. Like I texted him like, bro, my senior year I actually got a full tryout. But I got cut. He was like, bro, and it hurt a little bit. But he was like, bro, you got to learn how to shoot. You got to learn how to basically offense, pretty much like as a point guard feel. So it's like that junk sucked. But you, like I said, all them stuff you was telling me, like I was working on it until I got the lander, and boy, I was raw. But I got hurt again, so it's like I'm gonna just let it go at this point. But you know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that, like that junk be real. Like you don't realize how many people along the way are like, yo, you got it. Like go ahead, like this you. Like you know what I'm saying? This your lane, this your work. You got something going. So I know I keep saying it, but this is what the platform for. Like bro, I really want to like big ups to you. Like you did a lot of work. Like you put in the work, you put in the time, the hardships, the good times, the bad times, the stagnant times where you're just sitting in the same spot, bro.
Right.
So big ups to you. Congratulations. You got a lot more work to do, and I'm happy to see it, bro. So okay. You said you back at Ridgeview in the off season. Talk about your experience with the circuit, what you got next coming up for you, and just your plans for the future.
Yeah, so just getting ready for the season, prepping. We got a good team, so just prepping, getting ready for a big season. You know, gotta get another state championship.
Got to.
Yeah, I think Ridgeview got 5 in the last like 7 or 8
5
years.
in the last 7, bro.
7 or 8 years, I think. Probably 8, but
yeah, probably 8 now.
But yeah, just trying to get another one. That'll be my 3rd one. So just focus on that, and you know, my training is going really good right now. So
yeah.
I'm training about 3 to 4 days a week.
I gotta get in the lab with you too, bro.
Bro, tap in, bro.
I'm about to get back into hooping for real.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The work done got better. You know what I'm saying? From what we used to do.
Yeah.
Like I done got better. I done learned and seen stuff. Like I'm 30 years old now.
Yeah,
I've been 10 years in.
Yeah, word.
So now it's like my mindset different. Like it's crazy. So yeah, tap in, bro. It's
definitely got you.
Yeah, bro. We're putting in a lot of work, but training going good, man. So just focus on that. Focus on helping these kids get better, get ready for their high school season.
For sure.
And then AAU will be starting back up in March. So
Nice.
just that's really what I'll be focused on, man. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like I'm focused on the high school season, my training,
Mm.
because now training has become a second job for me.
Yeah.
So now is I got a regular 9 to 5, but now like I'm training tomorrow. You know what I mean? I trained today. I
Yep.
trained Thursday. I trained Tuesday, and there's people that's counting on that, depending on that. Like, so really focused on those two things, and with AAU, man, just we gotta help our kids being on the circuit, and I wasn't on the circuit this past year. I went back to the Columbia team
Yep.
to tap in with my little brothers a little bit more, to pour into them
Facts.
because they getting older. But just being on the circuit for 4 years, and because I'm still helping like recruit kids, and I train a lot of the circuit kids too, the ones that live in Columbia. Our kids gotta shoot the ball better. They gotta shoot it better. They gotta be like smarter, high IQ guys. Cause like when you playing kids from Nebraska, Texas, Cali, those states are bigger.
Big hoop cities.
They got more access to the gyms. They got more access to NBA guys. Like
Just courts, outside courts, period,
just
bro.
courts. Yeah, like Columbia, like you already know, like it's dead hard. We got crazy rec gyms. We got Polo Road, North Springs, all that. But you
Can't get in.
You can't even get in.
It's a
bro.
fight happening. It's we right on the list, so you're not gonna get a run.
Yeah,
You
man.
can't get no real runs for real.
Bro, yeah, bro. So I mean, like, to be honest, like our kids gotta just be better. We try to spend as much time as we can. Like I know I do. I try to spend as much time
For sure.
developing their basketball IQ, developing shooting. Because when you get on that circuit, it's real. Because them kids are really good.
Not playing with you.
Yeah, and they be bigger. And it's crazy because, like, South Carolina kid, because Oakwood is the only sponsored team on the circuit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got other good programs, but Oakwood is sponsored by Adidas.
Oh,
So,
for sure. Nice.
we representing the state. When
At
we're
the end
playing,
of the day, facts.
when we play in Texas and Cali, we can compete with them. North Carolina, DC, Georgia, we can compete, but it's just we just be missing like that much
Little bit.
to get over the hump. You know what I'm saying? So,
Sure.
Our staff, we put a lot of work in recruiting and trying to develop kids and trying to get better as coaches. So we really try to help them kids in AAU, man. So those my three main focuses right now, bro. Just
Sure.
the season. I'm tapped in with AAU, but that'll come more like in March. But
Gotcha.
right now I'm just real focused on this high school season. We're so deep as a team. Like our state championship team, we only played 7, right? In the state championship.
Yep.
That's it. The second year we played 9 because we had Sincere transferred in.
What? Where did he come from?
South Aiken.
Okay.
And then Benson sat out his 10th grade year
That's
because
the big man.
right. He wasn't able to play in 10th grade. So 11th grade he played.
Boy.
So we added them 2 on top of what we had.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Rice emerging. So we actually played 10.
Tyler.
Yeah, we actually played 10 because Tyler didn't play at all his freshman year, 10th grade year.
I remember he was frustrated at that point too. I remember that.
Yeah. But he had to understand though, like he was a freshman. You feel me? He could have been on JV, but they went varsity route. So he had to understand, like, but but honestly, he was a good teammate though. He practiced good too. He was a really good practice player. So, we played 9, 10 that second year, right? So every other year they won after that. Stoneman ain't really played 10. He never been known to play 10. This year's team, because Coach Staley is the new coach, and this is his second year. This is my first year with him. We 12, 13 deep. Like no
legit.
BS.
Like legit.
No, like for real.
Okay.
Like for real. We got some people that can play. And we're gonna have to try to figure out how to play 12 people every night. And that's tough because like how many people playing 12? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got to think about, we got to get guys in rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say some guys don't need that much time for rhythm. Some guys do.
Some guys don't need to come out that much. Some guys need to be playing 27 minutes. I don't know if a player on our team is gonna play 27 minutes.
Okay.
The most probably would be like 19, 20.
Just to move, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like we're so deep, so we gotta learn how to balance that and how to play through that. And that's gonna be a challenge. So I'm really focused. Me and Coach Staley and the other
That's the
coaches,
new one.
we spend a lot of time because they lost in the second round last year, and I wasn't coaching last year. I took the year off, so they lost to Wilson in the second round. You gotta remember,
Keep coming back.
we won our first 2 rings against Wilson. So, but they lost to Wilson at Wilson by 1 point. So they was right there. They was right there. So, and the whole team came back. They lost 4 seniors, but everybody else came back.
Okay.
So like, everybody done got better.
That's
bigger,
good too,
stronger.
man.
Yeah, it's
They
one of
trust the program.
bro, it's one of the youngest Ridgeview teams I ever seen. They started 2 freshmen last year. 2 freshmen.
That don't happen. Word.
2 freshmen and 3 juniors started last year, I think. Like, that never happened. Like, ever.
Ever.
Like, the last freshman that started was like, that was years ago. You know what I'm saying?
I believe you.
So, you know, we got a good team. So I'm just focused on that right now, man. Focused on training.
For sure.
And that's it, man. And just trying to get better as a person. You know what I mean? Just going like that, man.
Hey, man, and like I said, I see the work. I see it's showing itself, man. Whether you believe it or not, like outside looking in, bro, you're doing a lot, bro. And it's coming forward. It's moving. It look like it's moving quick, but it might be moving slow in your end. You know what I'm saying? But keep doing that shit, bro. I'm proud of you, dog. Like you been a real big
bro.
big dog to me, man. I appreciate that. So
Appreciate that, bro.
if you got anybody you want me to tap in with next, shout them out. But after that, bro, shout out to you, man. Savage Academy, get out my dog. He's training the best prospects in the city, man. Get at him, man.
Hey, man, look, I want to shout out. I got to shout out Coach Dean,
Yep.
Coach Heath,
Shout out to Coach Heath.
Combs,
Shout out them.
Yerrick Stoneman. I got to
I
shout
gotta
out.
get one with him. I know I can figure it out one with
Yeah,
him.
you got to make a trip to Oak Hill. Yeah,
I
Oak
can make
Hill.
it. I'll make a trip. If
Yeah,
he say
yeah.
we can do it, I'll make a
Bro,
trip. Now.
he a real one, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. He Stoneman, Sean Mims, CL Butler, the whole Upward family,
Yeah,
whole organization, all them guys, they know who they are.
for sure.
If they listen this far, you know what I'm
Hey.
saying? I'm gonna tell them too. I shouted them
For
boys out.
sure.
They
I
gotta listen.
appreciate it.
And then shout out to Joe Portee. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? He like really the reason I got started. DJ I am.
Shout out to
know what
you,
I'm saying?
man.
He the reason why we got Savage Academy. I don't
For
even know if
sure.
I really touched on that, but he's the reason it's a Savage Academy, bro. That COVID year,
Yeah.
he made my Instagram. He made my Twitter.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I was doing runs. See, I ain't even talk about I was doing runs. The training
I
turned
seen
into
that.
runs.
Yeah, I seen that. I did. I missed that.
And that's where the runs turned into Savage Academy runs. Like, and I'm about to get back on that too, but like the runs is what started it. But Adam is what pushed it. Like
For sure.
he pushed it and I just followed. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my homies, best friend, J Toad, my boy Dom at South Florence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trent at Westwood.
He putting in time too. He coaching now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And see, I coached him, so
Yep.
I ain't never gonna let him forget that. I
Yeah.
coached that boy when he was in 10th grade,
Yeah.
and now he out there coaching
They was
other kids.
13 or 14.
When I was coaching him,
Yeah.
I coached him when he was in 10th grade, so he was 16. Yeah, but they was a lot younger though. I can't remember what year he came out,
Okay.
but
Nice.
yeah, bro. Shout out to all them. I'm trying to think. I don't want to forget nobody because I always be thinking like, want to
I
shout
feel you,
people out,
bro.
bro. You know what I'm
feel you.
saying?
Hey, take your time, man. This what that for, man.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to God.
Shout out to him, man. Keep blessing.
Yeah, bro. Spend a lot of time praying. A lot of ups and downs with that, bro. Spend a lot of time praying, building my faith. Shout out to my family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that support me, that support Savage Academy.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? The trainees, the parents, like everybody that support Upward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, giving me the opportunity to come on here and speak.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't want to forget nobody, bro. But yeah, bro, just shout out if I forgot you, bro, that's my bad, bro. But shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that support the brand. You know what I'm saying? Coach Pooh, that Carl Newman, shout out Coach Pooh, OG. He helped me out a ton. Cause there's a lot of guys that really helped me.
Yeah, man, along that journey, man,
You know what I'm saying,
it's real
bro?
life.
Like,
It's
yeah,
real
it's a
life.
lot of people that done poured into me when I want to quit or when I like be overthinking and stuff.
Yeah.
My dog Tay, Ant, a lot of people, bro. It's a lot of people, bro, that I rock with, bro, that really helped me get through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thankful for everybody that tapped in, that rocked with me along this journey.
Sure.
And like you say, bro, still got work to do. So
Yeah, man. Like I say, man, I see it, bro. Like everybody around the city, man, I tap in with, I hit up, like, yo, even if we, might not be the closest, bro, to see all this hate out here, it don't take nothing but just to be like, bro, I see you.
right.
You doing real good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
at the end of the day, keep doing you, bro. Like I said, I'm gonna check you out. If you ever need a camera and I'm around,
Yeah.
I'll get some footage for you too, bro.
For sure.
So I appreciate you.
Yep.
It's another rendition of Tubbs Talk,
Yep.
Bring It Back podcast. I
Yep.
appreciate everybody that be tapping in. You feel me? And we out here. Yes, Lord.
We out. Yeah.